boys. Final video of the day. So if you guys haven't noticed, I have been recording these back to back to back. It is currently 12:30. I am cooked, okay? But in this video, I'm going to be explaining why the business never fails, the person does, okay? And I'm going to be explaining this with a couple examples. I'll make it fun, I'm trying to say, I'm sure you guys are sick and tired of these self-help videos. So boring, like, oh my God, bro, like, we get it, you need to work hard. It's boring, bro, I'm trying to say, like, it's so easy for me to win. Like, I make it so funny, like, y'all need to watch it, what I'm trying to say? And y'all get value too on top of it. Y'all better like this video. I'm just kidding, you guys don't need to. But in this video, I'm going to be explaining why, you are where you're at in your life and it's completely your fault. So I will give a story time, okay? The story time, if you guys have heard this story time, click off the video and just leave and just go watch it, I don't know, Mr. Beast or something, okay? Because I don't want you guys to rehear a video or rehear a story time that I already said. But it is a story time about when I first started my business, okay? I like to give the story time out a lot because it's a very good example of most of you guys. All right. So pretty much when I first started my business, my clothing brand, okay, this was during senior year in high school. Okay. So senior year in high school, I just graduated. All right. And during senior year in high school, I was doing Etsy and I was selling jewelry on Etsy and I did it for around 8 months. It did not work out, unfortunately. Okay. So I was trying my hardest, but I realized that I was too stubborn to see that my business model was genuinely terrible. Okay. So like I was not like I can't make a profit on a sale. So that's just my fault though. I'm not gonna lie. I was just very stubborn. So I moved from jewelry to clothing. Okay. And during this time period, all of my friends went on a trip together to another country because we all just graduated, right? And everybody in LA went on a trip together, like just to another country or just went on vacation because of the fact that, they just graduated high school. So most of my friends left. I was the only one that stayed. I was gonna go, but I realized that I wanted to make some money. You feel me? Like I don't care about no trip, bro. I'm trying to become a millionaire. Fuck. A trip, bro. I could do that after I become a millionaire, bro. What are you talking about? All right. Okay, let me relax. But so, during this time period, this is when I first started my clothing brand. And my schedule was to wake up at 5 a.m. every single morning, okay? And you guys might think, why are you waking up at 5 a.m. every single morning? Looking back now, actually, I don't have a reason, okay? It was more of like a mindset thing, like, oh yeah, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. I just wanted to try it, I'm trying to say. I'm not gonna lie, I was like future clip farming for my for my videos, but pretty much I woke up at 5 a.m. and my schedule, like to break it down, I would wake up at 5 a.m., go to the gym and play basketball for like an hour because I like cardio. I wanted to do cardio. After that, take a cold shower, work on my business, eat food, whatever. And then I would sleep at like 10. Okay. And I never hung out with a single friend, by the way. So, that I guess that says something. But I did that. That was my schedule. And then the first day, okay. So, first day, I wake up 5 a.m. Never woke up that early ever in my life because why would I? And then I go out. It's dark. Okay. I've never been out that dark. Okay. It's dark. No cars in the road. I'm driving my old car that my mom had to the gym. Go to the gym. I expect going into the gym that nobody's going to be there, right? Because why would somebody be there at the gym at 5 a.m. playing basketball? What kind of cycle does that? Maybe Kobe or maybe LeBron. Okay. Rest in peace, Kobe. Or okay, like maybe LeBron, or I'm trying to say maybe an NBA player, like maybe they might actually do that, but who is working out at a basketball gym at YMCA if you're an NBA player? Like, you're not doing that, I'm trying to say. So I go inside the gym expecting nobody to be there. As soon as I go in, I see some guy, Asian guy, okay, in the corner shooting. You feel me? And the thing with me, or the thing with Asians, is that if you're in LA and you're Asian and you see another Asian, like you try to see if you know them. Okay, it's kind of like the same thing as like recognizing your own. What I'm trying to say. So like usually they all know each other. So I was looking at, I was like, okay, this guy kind of seems familiar. And then I keep walking towards them. I was like, oh I know this guy, right? So quick backstory. When I was in high school, I joined like a little league, like a basketball league for fun. and he was one of my teammates in the league, and he's like 2-3 years above me, so he's like 2-3 years older than me. And then he was in that team, and then so we were friends, obviously. But I never followed him on Instagram. I never like hung out with him like that. It was just strictly just basketball. So I was like, "Yo, bro, you remember me?" And he didn't remember me. So I was like, "I'm Jason. Like, remember the basketball thing?" He's like, "Oh my God, bro, what's up?" And we caught up, and pretty much the first thing that I asked him is like, "What are you doing here at 5 a.m.?" And he asked the exact same thing to me, and I told him, "Oh yeah, I just want to do cardio." Like I told him like I don't really care about basketball. I just wanted to do cardio, so I'm here. And he told me like, "Yeah, me too. I'm here to just practice whatever." Okay. And this guy is very good at basketball. Don't get me wrong. He's like very good. But okay, so we're playing basketball, right? And we're playing one on one. Obviously, he beats me because he's very good. And after we like play a couple sessions, I tell him like genuinely like, "What are you doing here?" Right? And he tells me like, "Yeah, I'm trying to become a basketball player at like some other country. I don't know what country he said, but like outside of the U.S. He wants to become a professional basketball player." Okay, keep in mind this guy's like 5'5". Okay, this guy's shorter than me. I'm like, okay, maybe not 5'5". I'm like 5'8" ish. So he was shorter than me. So like, being like, I'm not saying that's impossible. Like I'm sure there are like 5'8", like, or okay, he's like 5'6" or some shit like that. I'm sure there are short guys that play in the NBA or like in a professional league, but like the chances, I'm trying to say, that's very low, right? So as soon as he said that, I was like, oh, this guy, he got to work hard. You feel me? Because how are you gonna do that? You're short. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. And I also told him like at the time, because I was starting my clothing brand, I was like, yeah, I'm trying to start this online business. Like I've never done it before, but I'm trying hard. I'm trying to say. So he's like, yeah, bro, that's cool, bro, because both of us were pretty much at the same stage, okay. But technically, this guy's way ahead of me because he's been playing basketball his whole life. But technically speaking, okay, career wise, we're in the same exact position, right? Because realistically speaking, if he did everything correctly, he should be in a professional basketball league in 1 or 2 years because he was 2-3 years above me. Okay, so he's pretty old. So we were in the same exact position in life, technically, right? No results, no nothing, just ambition and a goal. Okay, so what happens is, I tell him like, so I should be seeing you here every single day, right? And he's like, yes, of course, bro. So I was like, all right, bet. So every single day after that day, I see him. Okay, we play basketball. Obviously, he beats me every single time. And, my goal for that summer was to beat him at least once in a one-on-one basketball. And this guy's very good. Like, obviously, he's shorter than me, but he's like really good. You know what I'm trying to say? So, we're hooping, and then he shows up every single day for like the first 2 weeks. And then after that, he kind of slacks off. Okay. So he shows up like instead of 7 times per day or 5 times a week, he starts showing up like 3, maybe 2 times per week. And the only reason why I know that is because I showed up every single day. Okay. So obviously I know if he's there or not. So, but personally for me, I didn't really care because, that's none of my business. So I keep playing basketball with him. If he's there that day, then I play with him. If not, I might just hoop by myself or play with a random person, whatever. And a couple weeks pass, and slowly but surely, this guy just stopped showing up more and more and more and more. So, or less and less and less and less. So he showed up every single day. Now it was 3 times per day, and then it was like once a week. You know what I'm trying to say? And the time that I saw him after a couple weeks that I found, him slacking off, I told him like, bro, this is none of my business. And this is exactly how I said it. I told him like, yeah, bro, I mean, this is none of my business. I genuinely don't care if whatever you do with your life. But you said you wanted to become a professional basketball player. And how am I going to outwork you? And I don't care about basketball at all. Okay. I was only doing basketball for cardio. So if this was swimming, tennis, I don't know, baseball, I would have still showed up because of the fact that I'm just showing up for cardio. You feel me? So I was trying to give him motivation, but at the same time, I told him I didn't care because I really didn't, because it's none of my business. It's not my life. And he's like, you know what, Jason, you're right. Right. And funny enough, as soon as I said that, I didn't see him at all, ever. Okay. So he just stopped showing up after I said that. Okay. Usually it's the opposite. Usually they show up more, but I feel like this is a very good representation of most people. It's like once you get a reality check, you either go all in or you just quit. Okay. So this guy never shows up. Okay. And then a couple months pass. I think 2 months pass. So 2 months, this guy does not show up for 2 months. And the only reason why I know this is because I showed up every single day for 2 months. Okay. So funny, right? I don't care about basketball. This guy wants to become a professional basketball player. Crazy. So at this time, I'm obviously also working on my business. And 2 months later, one day I go into the gym and I see this guy. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? You know, I haven't seen this guy in a minute. So as soon as I see him, okay, as soon as I like dap him up, as soon as I see him, he starts saying all these excuses like, oh yeah, I mean, I had family come in, I was busy, I had work, just making excuses why he didn't show up for 2 months. I didn't even ask, by the way. Okay, I didn't ask, and I'm not his coach. I'm just his friend. So I'm not close enough to like where I follow his Instagram and things like that. But you know, he just started making all these excuses, and I told him like, okay, I don't care. Let's hoop. So we just played 1-on-1. Obviously, he beat me. And then, you know, I feel like that day I realized that, you know, that's the difference between me and just a regular Joe Schmo, is the fact that I'm gonna show up every single day and he's not. And fun fact, I don't care about basketball. So another fun thing that happened is I actually did beat him once. So I think he showed up like one more time after that, and we played 1-on-1 and I beat him. Okay, so he pretty much got worse. I mean, it's common sense. If you don't hoop for like 2-3 months, like you're gonna get worse. So I beat him eventually, but after that, I never saw him ever again. Okay, and fast forward a year. Okay, fast forward a year. So this is like technically last year. Fast forward 1 year. I hit 6 figures with my business. I'm doing good. You know, I'm trying to say, obviously I'm not doing crazy well, but I'm getting decent sales. And I meet up with an old LA friend. Okay. So she comes and she helps me like package items, and I meet up with her and we just talk. And while we're talking, she starts talking about this, like the basketball friend. And I was like, oh yeah, bro, like what is he up to? Like, what is he doing? And guess what? He's working at the same exact restaurant he was working at a year ago. Okay. So literally we were in the same exact position in life, right? Same exact position. Okay. This guy, I would say, had an advantage because he's been playing basketball his whole life. And I just started my clothing brand. So I've never started a clothing brand before. So this guy's technically okay, but technically let's just say we're in the same position. A whole year passed and I hit 6 figures. You know, I have a business, I have good designs, I help like a lot of customers wearing it. I've had viral videos, I've grown my Instagram account to over 10K. And this guy is just working at the same exact restaurant that he was working at a year ago. Okay, so he was in the same exact position, and he gave up, I'm pretty sure, on his dream because he realized that he doesn't have it. He doesn't got it, bro. He don't got it. And it's even funnier because recently, it's not recently, maybe a couple months ago, I also heard about him again, and I asked like, oh, what is he up to? And fun fact, he's still working at the same exact restaurant. So 2 years technically has passed, and he's in the same exact position as he was in 2 years ago. So I feel like the worst nightmare that I can ever have is, you know, I am in a coma, all right? And I wake up after a year and nothing changes, okay? And I feel like that's how most of your lives are, is you literally can be like literally you can just be gone from the earth for 1 year and come back and nothing has changed because of the fact that you don't do anything with your life. So my life has changed a lot in the past year, 2 years, okay? And most of you guys, like, you guys can be in a coma for a year and wake up the next year and it's still the exact same because of the fact that you're not doing anything with your life. So I feel like that's a very good the basketball guy, like the friend that I have, he's a very good representation of most of you guys, okay? There's a difference between somebody that takes it seriously and works hard and is consistent and somebody that half-asses it, okay? Obviously, you don't have to put every single 100% effort every single time into a work session or, you know, be hella consistent to the point where like you don't hang out with anybody for a year because of that. But in the beginning, okay, first 3 months, first 4 months, I do think is very vital for you to lock in and take it very seriously. So hopefully you guys enjoy this story time. Quick little video before I go to sleep. I'm cooked right now. And this girl keeps texting me, bro. Okay. Apparently she's eating canes right now. Anyways, but yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully you guys choose to be me and not the basketball friend, because if you choose the basketball friend, unfortunately you will be flipping burgers at McDonald's.